Hello and welcome. Today we'll list the top 10 best new and popular web series that premiered between December 2022 and January 2023. The following shows are some of the best new additions to Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and HBO Max that you should definitely think about watching. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Mayfair Witches. It is a supernatural thriller series based on the novel trilogy Lives of the Mayfair Witches by Anne Rice. The show is about Rowan Fielding, a highly talented surgeon who learns she is the surprising successor to a clan of witches. However, after learning the startling, unanticipated truth about her ancestry, she tries to understand her newfound abilities but is challenged to deal with an evil force that has been a family curse for many years. It's kind of usual that every time a series based on a book is released, the book's readers are somewhat let down, and this is partially true of this show as well. However, Alexandra is intriguing to watch, and the series is able to bring all the ingredients together into a captivating narrative that draws you in discreetly. The first season will depict how Rowan learns about herself and what she is capable of with her skills without her mother's guidance. The first 2 episodes are presently available, and a new episode is released each week. Overall, the first 2 episodes did a terrific job of keeping viewers' attention and attracting them with their new magical universe. Number 9. Hunters. The second and final season of this underappreciated criminal thriller debuted on January 13, 2023, and after this quick review you can decide whether to binge the second season or not. Season 2 is inconsistent and isn't as strong as the first season, or not. Season 2 is inconsistent and isn't as strong as the first season, but it also has its own moments that fans of the series will like, and the series ends on a high note, offering a pretty close to perfect conclusion with major twists. And for those who are new to the show, the series centers on a unique group of Nazi hunters who learn that several exiled Nazi officials are plotting to establish a German empire fire in America, and their operations work to prevent it. While the story revolves partially around Jonah, a 19-year-old who encounters an unforeseen loss and is later contacted by a famous man named Meyer, who convinces him to join a quirky squad of soldiers who chase down numerous Nazi soldiers and stop their new horrific plans. Overall, Hunters is a thrilling journey that is a lot of fun. Number 8. Walker Independence. It is a period action crime drama developed by Anna Frick. It is a pre-equal to the television show Walker, although you don't need to watch Walker to enjoy Independence because it takes place more than a century before Walker and shares very few plot points with the original series. The show tells the origin of the Walker series and follows Abby Walker, a beautiful woman who witnesses her husband's murder when they are traveling to the West after the catastrophe. Abby's path leads her to Independence, Texas, a rural community with a wide and colorful group of individuals who are disguising their mysteries, hiding their personal histories, and seeking their desires. Meanwhile, Hoyt Rollins, a robber and scam artist, Abby and swiftly sees her as a target before she realizes his intentions. While demanding justice for her husband, Abby and Hoyt quickly become uncomfortably connected, each looking for information about Abby's husband's murderer. Overall, it is a good U.S. Western drama enhanced by the creative universe that has been established for its main protagonist. Give this one a try. Thrillers. Number 7. Mayor of Kingstown. It is a crime thriller series created by Taylor Sheridan and Hugh Dillon. When Season 1 was released last year, many viewers were surprised by this intense prison drama. Although the fans loved it, the critics did not, and the second season premiered on January 15, 2023. Here is a short rundown of Season 1. The plot centers on two siblings, Mitch and Mike McCluskey, who seek to maintain order while fighting with killings, criminal gangs, and the Russian mob by functioning as agents between the residents of Kingstown and the criminals in the state's numerous jails. On the other hand, Mike McCluskey is a former prisoner who now acts as a local agent between the cops and gangsters. However, the two brothers' best efforts are unsuccessful and the prison collapses into complete anarchy. The second season opens with the city in a state of chaos and violence as a result of the riot, and Mike discussing what needs to be changed to prevent this from happening again. Season 2 is off to a terrific start with a thrilling first episode, and it promises to provide lots more action with a lot of unexpected twists and turns in the middle. Think of this one as a mixture between the Oz and The Wire series. Number 6. Island. It is a fantasy action series directed by Beijing. The story unfolds on an island and centers around three people, Van Ho and Johan, who come from different backgrounds. The island appears to be swamped with an evil force which must be destroyed. In order for them to survive, Van meanwhile has been nurtured as a guardian. Since he was a little kid and educated to serve as a tool against demonic spirits, Johan is a priest who executes religious rituals and saves the souls of the defenseless from dark evil, while Miho, a selfish, wealthy girl who was exiled to Jeju Island by her dad due to her attitude, is now working as an instructor but quickly becomes entangled in an investigation concerning demons. As she meets other people on the island, they band together to combat the island's evil forces. In order to survive, island is visually stunning with outstanding CGI, lots of strange supernatural creatures that will blow your mind, and brilliantly executed action sequences. Vikings Valhalla Season 2 of the not-so-well-liked but fantastic historical action series has finally debuted on January 12, 2023. The second season begins soon after the events of the first, with Kingsway and Forkbird controlling the Kattegat Agreement, and Leif Freitas and Harold being required to flee because of power struggles and allegiances. The three soon split up on their new adventures so that each could pursue their own destiny, which led them in different directions. For those who are unfamiliar with the series, the first season takes place 100 years after the conclusion of the original Viking series and follows Leif Erikson Fraser's daughter and Harold Sigurdsson on a historic adventure that takes them from the Connecticut to England as they battle for survival and honor. It was the period when rivalries among English natives and Viking offspring reached a deadly crisis point, while Vikings also struggled among themselves over religious beliefs. Season 1 was a daring, brutal, and gory historical tale trying to set up tension and characters, and Season 2 is a non-stop, spectacular, absolutely lethal expedition packed with fascinating history, passionate romance drama, and plenty of action. Number 4. Black Snow. It is a crime mystery thriller created by Lucas Taylor. The story starts in 1994, when the murder of a young girl, Isabel Baker, stunned the little village of Ashford and saddened Isabel's family. Intriguingly, the case has never been resolved and the murderer was never identified. However, in the present, when Isabel's concept for a time capsule is suddenly found, it offers new information regarding her murder that prompts investigator James Cormack to take over the case. What makes it even more fascinating is that he shares an odd link with the murder, which you will eventually see as he vows to catch the culprit. Murder mysteries nowadays are trendy, and we never get tired of them because they are one of the few genres that challenge our minds to solve the answers to the mysteries. Overall, the show offers well-acted characters and gripping mystery puzzles that are interesting enough to keep your attention throughout its 6th episode. Season number 3, Star Wars: The Bad Batch. It is a sci-fi action-adventure animated series created by Dave Filoni. It is both a continuation and a spin-off of the Star Wars: The Clone Wars television series. The series centers on Clone Unit 99, popularly known as the Bad Batch, a team of superior clone soldiers with unusual genetic defects in their DNA. The series follows the squad as they navigate the newly established Empire in the wake of the Clone Wars, while being required to adjust to an absolutely unique goal in order to stay alive and search for a new mission. Throughout the season, the clones are always on the move, accepting strange tasks from anyone who is willing to pay them. The first season tells the story of lost warriors trying to navigate a world that has no place for them. The second season is looking to provide bigger adventures on more new planets, similar to Season 1, with a consistent underlying plot that ties each episode together. Overall, Bad Batch is a great Star Wars animated show telling whole new stories and journeys that we haven't seen in the Star Wars films. Number 2, Reborn. Richard is a fantasy revenge series adapted from the web novel of the same name. The show revolves around the life of Yoon Hyun, a faithful worker for the Chibol Sunyang Company for 10 years. The strange plot begins when he is deceived and murdered on the instructions of an unidentified Chibol family member to hide tax fraud activity. Fortunately, he somehow awakens as a little child and learns that he is resurrected into the body of the smallest grandchild of the Sunyang bloodline. To utilize his new identity, he makes plans to organize a takeover attempt of the company and exact revenge on those responsible for his death. However, the greedy CEO of Sunyang Group stands in the way of his covert vengeance plot, creating numerous obstacles. While the story may appear simple on paper, it provides an intense drama about revenge that captures your interest from the first episode itself. The finale may not satisfy everyone, but that shouldn't stop you from watching. The series number 1, The Last of Us. It is a post-apocalyptic action-adventure series based on the 2013 video game of the same name developed by Naughty Dog. The series is set in a time when a terrible fungal infection has decimated the entire planet, leaving the country in the hands of paramilitary forces and civilians who aren't infected. Living in safe zones, the main storyline follows Joel as he searches for his brother Tommy while working odd jobs and struggling with personal loss. The core story starts when Joel is told to evacuate Ellie, a stubborn young girl who is strangely immune to the disease. From this point on, the story follows Joel and Ellie as they embark on a dangerous journey and face terrifying enemies in order to bring Ellie to Fireflies, a rebellious organization that may either hold the answer to restoring this planet. The first episode covers a lot of elements: the Fireflies, the overall situation of the society, the breakout isolation areas, and glimpses into Joel's past. I can already tell that this is by far the best game adaptation to date. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video.